In this video I'm going to explain operation on decimals, and we are going to start in this video we are going to start with addition, then we are going to learn subtraction, and we are going to learn multiplication in this lesson. And here the operation steps are written here, and we can read step by step. Then we will start to do examples, solve examples. Arrange the decimals vertically with the decimal points in line, which means when we writing here, there are some exercises, but let me write here that 0.25 and the other one 0.3. It's different than this exercises, new exercise this is. And firstly we should write them to get down, and the decimal points should be line up. And add extra zeros if necessary to each attendant has the same decimal places. So here we have two decimal places, here we have one decimal place, so we may add 1 0 for addition. And add the digits the same place, value form right to left like natural numbers. Here we are going to add them, only we are going to do the operation like natural numbers, like there is no decimal point here, and insert the decimal point directly below the decimal point. So the decimal point here it's going to be again, and 5 plus 0 it's going to be equal to 5, and 2 plus 3 it's going to be equal to 5, and 0 plus 0 it's going to be equal to 0. So our value is 0.55 it's going to be. Okay, if I solve from some questions from these exercises, let me solve the A1. Here 0.375 1.001 and 5 and 12 point, and the last one is 5.9. 12 has no decimal places, so I'm going to do like this: 12.0, 0, 0 and 0. I'm adding 40 because here the greatest number of decimal places, this number, because here we have 4 decimal places and here 3, so I'm adding 1 more 0. Here there is only 1, so I'm going to add 3 more zeros, and I'm going to continue to do my operation. Then we are going to add them down. 0 plus 5 plus 0 plus 0 is going to be equal to 5. 5 plus 1 plus 0 plus 0 it's going to be equal to 5. 7 plus 0 plus 0 it's equal to 7. And here 3 plus 9. 3 plus 9 is equal to 12. And we cannot write 12 as a digit because 12 is not digit. Then we are having 1 in hand, and we are adding that 1 to this row. So 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 5 is going to be equal to 9, and this is going to be equal to 1 again. So the answer of the question 19.22755 it's going to be. The other questions, they are going to be classwork for us. Here maybe it's smaller to see the one. Okay, let's continue with the subtraction. Addition and subtraction has similar properties. Again, while we are doing the operation directly, I'm going to start to do the operation from A, and 10.25 and 8.13. So points should get line in line, and when you start to subtract, if it is needed, you need to add the 0, but here there is no need to add 0 because the number of decimal places are same. So we are going to do normal subtraction operation like there is no 0, and at the end we are going to get the 0 down. If we subtract 5 from 5, 3, it's going to be equal to 2. From 2, 1, it's equal to 1. From 10, we cannot subtract, so we should get 1 from, and this will be equal to 10. 10 minus 8 is equal to 2, and here we have 1, and this becomes 0. So the answer is, here we should write 0, but 0 is not written in front of the number. That's why we need to leave like 2.12. And this is the answer of the question. If I solve the second one also, the C1, sorry, 6 point, the C1 I'm going to solve, the others they are going to be classwork for us. 6.75 minus here minus 5.3. When you start to subtract here, the decimal numbers, they are not equal. That's why we are going to add one decimal place here. And when we add the decimal place, here 5 minus 0, it's equal to 5. It's going to be 7 minus 3, it's going to be equal to 4. Then the decimal point, 6 minus 5 is equal to 1. It's going to be, so the answer is equal to 1.45. And the last one, maybe I said this is the last one, but I want to solve the E1 also. The rest of them, B, D, F, they are going to be classwork for us. 8 point and 4.195. And when we subtract them, here 8 point, from 8 we are subtracting 4.195. 8 has no decimal places, so we are going to add how many decimal places the second number has. The same of decimal numbers we are adding to the add 8. And here when we start to subtract, we don't have actually, we cannot subtract from 0, 5. That's why we are going to get from this one, but there's no here, there's no here, so we are going to get from 8. So this becomes 7 now. We are going to give to this one, and this becomes 10. And if we give this one, this becomes 9, and this becomes 10. And if we give this one again, this becomes 9, and this becomes 10. So 10 minus 5, it's going to be equal to 10 minus 5, it's going to be equal to 5. Here there was 10, and we got 1 to this side, that's why that becomes 9. And 9 minus 9, it's going to be equal to 0. And here there was 10, but we gave 1 to the right, so we left here 9. 9 minus 1, it's going to be equal to 8. Now I'm putting the decimal point, then I'm going to continue with this side after the decimal. Here there was 8, but we got 1 from 8, that's why we are going to give this one, this becomes 7. 7 minus 4, it's going to be equal to 3. So the answer is 3.805 going to be. The next operation is multiplication. Multiplication is different than addition and subtraction. We are going to multiply the terms. It's written here, the steps again. Ignore the decimal points. So, like there is no for the A, we are going to do the operation like there is no decimal points. So 0.6 times 0.7, we are going to multiply them like there is no decimal point, 6 times 7. So it's equal to 42. Then we are going to count for each of them, we are going to count the decimal places. Here there is one decimal place, and here we have one decimal place again, So when you multiply them, this is the important part, we should get 1 plus here, 1 decimal plus 1 decimal place, and the result is 2 decimal place. So for 42 we should get 2 decimal places. and the answer is going to be equal to 1, 2, and the result is going to be equal to 0.42. Again, I'm doing here, the second one is B. Here 0.07, 2 decimal places, and times 0.2. There's only 1 decimal place here, plus 1 decimal place. It makes 3 decimal place. 2 times 7 is equal to 14. I'm going to count 1, 2, and 3. 3 decimal place, I'm putting the point. But here we don't have the decimal number. That's why we need to add 0 in there. And the last last point is 0. Here we should add the 0 at the beginning. Okay, so I think we understood. If there are 2 decimal places here and here 1 decimal place, at the result we should have 3 decimal place. So 1, 2, and 3 here. So the 0 is written at the end. And the others, they are going to be classwork for us. Here we are going to learn multiplying by 10, and at multiplying by 10 we should move the decimal point to the right side. If we are multiplying by 10, we are going to move the point only 1 unit right. If we are multiplying with 20, which means 100, we are going to move 2 units right. If we are multiplying with 3 zeros, we are going to move 3 units right. So 0.0987 times 1000 means you are going to move this decimal point 3 units right. 1, 2, and 3. So it should be between 8 and 7. When you write 8 and 7, the term becomes like this, 0098.7. But if there is no decimal point, it means that before 9 you cannot write zeros. So 98.7, it must be our answer. Here 5.05, the A1, 5.05 times 10 is going to be equal to, times 10, times 10 is going to be equal to 50.5, because we are going to move this one 1 unit right. Or for the second one, 0.249, it's going times 100, it's going to be equal to, 100 it's going to be, and we are going to move 2 units right, 1 and 2. The answer is, when you write the decimal point, the term becomes like 0.24.9, but if there is no decimal point, you cannot write in front of the digit 0. That's why it's going to be equal to 24.9. And the last example I'm solving here, 10 to the power of 3. Here we need to D1. 4.5 times 10 to the power of 3 means there are 3 zeros here, because when you put to the power of 3, it should be 10 times 10 times 10, which means there are 3 zeros here. Okay, 4.5, so you're going to move 4.5 times 1000, it's going to be. So you're going to move 3 units right, 1, then 2, and 3. So which means for us, here I'll move 1 unit right, then 2, then 3. And here we don't have decimal places. That's why we should add the zeros to the end. Okay.